second trial began today for the man accused of a deadly stabbing spree in Davis.
Carlos Dominguez is accused of killing two men and hurting a woman in 2023. The KCRA3 was there when his first trial ended in a mistrial. Jurors finding him not guilty of first-degree murder, but they couldn't agree on the second-degree murder charge. KCRA3's Marisela de la Cruz was in court today as opening statements began.
Jury selection still taking place this morning, followed by opening statements and even witness testimony this afternoon. Prosecution started their opening statements arguing that Carlos Reales Dominguez carried out a series of violent, unprovoked, and intentional knife attacks that killed David Bro and Karim Abu Najam and seriously injured Kimberly Guillory. Prosecutors contend the evidence, including a knife found on Dominguez, victim DNA recovered from items in his home, and his actions after the attacks shows the stabbings were purposeful and goal-oriented crimes, not random acts committed without awareness. Prosecution also acknowledged evidence of psychosis and heavy cannabis use. They maintain that Dominguez understood what he was doing and should be found guilty of 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder.
There are going to be many psychiatrists, psychologists you're going to hear from in this case, and other healthcare practitioners who treated the defendant after he was arrested. Right? And so you're going to hear that psychosis, and they treated for psychosis, you're going to hear about psychosis referring to the symptoms, the symptomology. Right? And so schizophrenia or cannabis-induced psychosis are the diagnoses, even in a state of psychosis. He intended to kill Kimberly Guillory. It was unsuccessful. He intended to kill Karim Abu Najam. He intended to kill David Bro.
As far as the defense for Dominguez, their argument has not changed from last time. Defense attorney said this trial is not to determine whether Dominguez committed 2 killings and injured another, rather the intent and mental state of when he committed those stabbings.
Carlos Reales Dominguez has schizophrenia. Every psychiatrist and psychologist who has thoroughly examined him has reached that same conclusion. And none of them have found any evidence of malingering, which is a term used to describe someone who is feigning or faking psychiatric symptoms. And contrary to what the prosecutor told you in his opening statement, none of the experts who examined Mr. Reales Dominguez have ever diagnosed him with cannabis-induced psychosis.
He also presented some photos to jurors and spoke on Dominguez's background from when he was a child in El Salvador to when he started showing his first symptoms of psychosis as a freshman at UC Davis. The trial is expected to last several weeks with testimony continuing tomorrow. In Woodland, Marisela de la Cruz, KCRA3 News.